Welcome to episode 6 of Random Nonsense. Of course, we got your normal host, JJ, up in the corner over there,
Hola.
your gorgeously ugly co host, Maw, and our guest this week, Jeremy. Here, we're going to be talking about anime this week, and we're going to see what happens with it.
Sounds like a good show to me.
Sounds good.
Sorry, I was going to
Short and sweet,
Facebook
Josh.
to make it live. I had to do the thing on Facebook so everyone can watch it, so that's what I was doing. So if I didn't look like I was focused.
Did you actually get it?
Huh? Yes.
Did you
it's
actually
live.
get it? Okay.
Yes, it's live now.
You've had technical difficulties with getting it live on Facebook.
Yeah, I was getting used to the curve.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I have to like change who can see it. I was like, that's stupid. Like, it's alive. Why can't people just watch it?
I've only streamed on like Twitch and YouTube. I don't know how good Facebook is with streaming.
Oh, the first, 2 episodes were Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's Facebook and YouTube, so.
It's on both.
Nice.
And somehow
But
I
anyway.
got it backwards on my YouTube, so it goes to my YouTube, not the channel's YouTube. I just noticed that, like, right when we went live. I was like, wait a minute, that's not the right YouTube. So I have to fix that now.
But anyway, shall we start?
Sure.
Which one do you want to start with, Jeremy? Because you have more knowledge of it than me, even though I'm pretty good with it.
Well, we can just start with favorites. What's your favorite?
All right, I'd stuck between 2 of them. I mean, One Piece obviously is amazing. I've loved One Piece since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's Chainsaw Man, the one you introduced me to, which is amazing as well.
Yeah,
Between the artwork of the actual panels of the manga and then the actual show, Chainsaw Man's pretty damn flawless.
It's only unfortunate that they only did 12 episodes, so in terms of plot, they barely covered anything. But that's the only flaw with the animation. I love how, like, everything is presented like it's a movie and not animation, with how the colors work and the camera work. It's, especially in the first episode, it's so good.
The first episode's amazing.
Like, even if you don't like the series, everybody likes the first episode.
Speaking of which, Josh, it's on Hulu.
Alright.
Or you just pirate it.
And then, of course,
Brain fart?
yeah. When isn't this normal for me?
Nope. I'm just saying.
What about
What's your
yours?
favorite?
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I will always love Dragon Ball Z. Like that's the one I grew up on. Like it was just on TV all the time. I was like, what is this? Like that's how I got into it. It's from that then I started watching One Piece, Full Metal Alchemist, Inuyasha. Like that's like what I grew up in. So I only know certain parts. After that, you guys are gonna completely lose me. It's been a long time since I've watched it.
Don't worry. There's nothing after Z that's worth watching besides the movies. I promise you. Like, Super is just... The last 3 episodes are really good. Everything else... Oh my god.
All the in-between is trash.
I mean, if Goku Black arc didn't have the worst ending I've ever seen in my life, like worse than Game of Thrones, it would have been fine. But
oh damn!
Holy shit! It's so bad.
Game of Thrones ends like shit, so I can only guess what that was gonna be then.
I never liked, even watching Game of Thrones, I never liked it.
I mean, honestly, with Super, you'd get enough out of the experience just watching the movies.
Okay, so that's
like
not bad,
you'll miss a lot of plot from the anime, but the stuff that happens there doesn't really come up that isn't covered in the movies. So
okay.
If you want to do that, then you watch Battle of Gods, then Resurrection F, then the Super Broly movie, which great movie.
Oh, nice.
Some of the best animation in the industry I've ever seen. And then Superheroes after that. Very funny movie. It's focused on Gohan and Piccolo.
Oh, that's
good movie.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to check those out. They sound pretty good, actually.
Super definitely does not give Piccolo or Gohan any attention at all.
Why am I not surprised by that?
There's a neglected ethnic people in the background.
Not that.
It's more Piccolo's movie too. It's like Gohan is a big part of it, but like, I mean, he's just there. But it's very funny movie because Piccolo has to do a lot of like stealth and infiltration stuff, and watching him try to blend in with normal people is so fucking funny.
I can only imagine, actually. It sounds.
And the animation is really cool too. It's like it's 3D modeled animation, but stylized like anime, but not horrible like everything else like that is. Okay. I think the only thing I could say it looks similar to is an Arc System Works game, like Dragon Ball FighterZ or Guilty Gear, something like that. But it's still pretty different.
Okay, that's pretty awesome, though. It sounds like I want to definitely check that out. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. And then for the Super, I mean, watch the last 3 episodes. Those are good.
Oh. Just the last 3? So
just the last 3. Especially not the first 20. Holy shit. The first 2 arcs of Super are adaptations of those first 2 movies I talked about.
Uh-huh. Oh, God.
No, that's when you know that's
bad.
There's an episode.
But I'm like, don't watch Batman and Robin. Just don't do it. Like,
oh no! Are you talking George Clooney and what's his face, Chris O'Donnell with the whole fucking bat suit nipples?
We don't talk about that one. It's not canon. It's not real. It's a bad dream, man.
He made his appearance again.
Like, it's unfortunate with that animation for those arcs because those episodes had 6 weeks of production.
Really?
Like, if you pulled an all-nighter for every single day of those 6 weeks, the episode still would be bad. That is horrific amount of time to make an episode.
That's crazy.
You showed me clips for a moment.
So
I mean, I've watched Super on what the hell is it called? Toonami.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, say it's on Adult Swim, isn't it?
And now I look back at it, because I've only watched a few episodes. I think the reason I couldn't get into it was because of the animation.
People like to joke about Dragon Ball. It's like, oh, it's just 2 dudes punching each other. In the Battle of Gods adaptation arc, there is literally an episode where Goku and Beerus are in space punching each other and screaming, and that is the entire fucking episode. I am not joking.
That sounds so bad. So bad.
Like, I didn't grow up with Dragon Ball. I got into it a lot later, so I got to actually appreciate what it is instead of it being full nostalgia. Yeah. And Dragon Ball Z is very well written, and so is original Dragon Ball.
Just to let you guys know, I got almost 10 years on him.
Yeah, I'm 21. I just turned 21 this month.
Holy shit, you a baby.
He's almost 40.
Hey, what? You did this to me last week, now you're doing it this week? I'm just gonna...
That's funny.
And yes, Jeremy, we're actually biologically brothers, even though we don't look nothing alike.
Me and my sister look exactly the fucking same. It's terrifying. Like, we have the exact same facial structure.
You know, I'm kind of glad you and I don't look alike, because if we had to look like one of us, imagine how weird that would be. You'd look like this, or I'd look like that.
We'd look like you. Yep, we're doing that shit again.
Say,
but no,
the only thing about Dragon Ball Z that to this day I have to like skip it is when Gohan and Piccolo are together when he's a kid. His constant crying and whining just drives me up the wall. I have to skip all
the training on like Namek and stuff.
Yeah, I have to skip all of those. I cannot do it. It's just I want to fucking choke Gohan. Just like I just can't. It just drives me crazy.
I feel like those episodes are handled a lot better in Kai because I didn't have that issue at all. But okay. I didn't watch the regular Z. I just watched Kai, which people don't like Kai because the original broadcast of it was really censored, but the stuff you find on websites nowadays isn't.
Okay.
It basically just cuts down all the fluff and uses the Japanese score instead of the Ocean Dub score.
Oh, nice.
So, good
That's
stuff.
awesome.
Dragon Ball hentai.
Huh?
We are not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
I was gonna say, this is normal. Jeremy's used to be saying stuff like this.
This is a family show, sir. It's a family fucking show.
I never. Okay. All the word means people is pervert. That's it. That's all I was referring to was the word pervert. Still not making it better.
Nope. That's why I'm just laughing at you.
But moving along. Going with the whole animation bit of anime. If you watch One Piece, the anime changes so much, so rapidly at times.
It's especially rough with One Piece because I think after it stops being 4:3 and goes widescreen, like there's maybe 5 bits of good animation all the way. Like, especially after time skip, the animation is so fucking bad. But then they get to Wano, and the anime is phenomenal. Like, the animation for all the fights. What's up?
Oh, so did they just switch who was, like, head of it for that time frame, or did they just get, like, bored?
Time skip is a jump of 2 years.
Okay.
Well, I think for Wano, at least, they, I don't remember what they changed about Wano. But it has a similar art style to the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie.
Oh, okay.
And all the fights in Wano are just so wonderfully animated, especially Zoro vs. King and everything with Gear 5 Luffy.
Ooh,
nice. It's so good.
Yeah, I've yet to watch the live action One Piece, only because when they put the live action Death Wish on, I was so excited. I love Death Wish. And then I watched it and made me want to cry. It made me want to cry. It was just so bad. So
actually,
trusted William Dafoe to be the creepiest character in the worst fucking movie. I was so mad.
Actually, the live piece One Piece is actually not actually bad at all, dude.
That's what I hear. I might have to watch it soon.
I came into the live action One Piece. I watched it in a call with 7 friends, and we were all wanting to either be good or complete dog shit. Because if it's complete dog shit, then it's really funny.
Yeah.
It's very good. I watched it 3 times now, I think, with different people. Because I watched it once the whole time when it first came out with my friends, and then once with one other person, and then I watched half of it with my family, actually.
Nice.
And they're like, my dad's like 56, 57, so crazy that he would watch something like that. But no, it's very, very good. They changed a good amount of story stuff just to make it work more with live action. Like
they compressed it a little too.
Yeah, they definitely compressed it a little, but like Garp, Kobe and Helmeppo have a lot bigger role. Like they have something to do like every episode. They have a whole subplot, which it works. The reason it's so good is because one, they had $17 million fucking dollars per episode, and two, they had Oda on board with them. And every time they changed the story, they ran it through Oda to make sure he was okay with it.
I did see that somewhere that he was actually very hands-on with the whole thing.
Yep.
Well,
that's why it turned out good.
One of the reasons I know he's probably doing that too is because he's getting ready to end it.
Mm-hmm. He has about like 5 more arcs ish.
Yeah, I think he said by the end of this decade it'll be done.
So
damn,
hopefully.
That's been going on since you were a kid. So what? Early 90s? Late
It started in 1997, I believe.
I think we discussed this one already. I think it was 96 when the manga started, 99 when the anime started.
That sounds about right, because that's when not Adult Swim, but Cartoon
Toonami
Network started Toonami about that time, because that's when I got into it about then, too. So,
that's what I'm saying, like, think about it. That means I was 6 years old when it started airing on TV, and I've been following it since.
It's a great show. I love it. It's one of my favorites, actually.
That's what I'm saying. You need to check out Chainsaw Man. It's, believe me, completely different than
I'm
One
gonna have
Piece,
to
but
watch
that
it
one's an
now,
amazing
definitely.
one too.
As I said, I almost bought a toy just because it looks fucking cool as shit. So I'm gonna have to watch it now because I'm like, if it's this good, I'm gonna want the toy because there's a bunch of
It's
them, so I need more.
it's an amazing thing, and I remember when Jeremy told me about it. He's like, it's a lot to do with Denji.
Okay.
Pretty much, how do I put it without sounding, or at least my take on it was pretty much him just trying to get laid the entire show.
So for the first season, it is about that, but it's not just like the whole
there's a
reason
lot
he
of other
wants
stuff,
that is
too.
because he had his whole fucking life stolen from him.
By the
And
Yakuza.
like he's basically like a kid as a teenager's body that hasn't really seen the world and wants to do everything that he hasn't been able to do before.
And now he's
But-
stuck being a chainsaw.
And when he gets what he wants, like the scene is so awkward and uncomfortable by design.
I can imagine that.
Like, and he realizes like, this isn't what I wanted. This isn't what it was all cracked up to be. Like, I don't know what to do anymore.
Like the whole groping episode with him and Power in the bathroom.
Yeah, like that was the most uncomfortable, one of the most uncomfortable scenes I've ever watched, and that's by design. Like,
Wow.
and the whole reason that happened was because Power manipulated him.
But honestly, one of the best characters. Power, she's
I
amazing.
love Power. Everybody loves Power. Especially, she only gets better and better. There's a later part where a bunch of assassins are after Denji, and one of them is in disguise, and Power gets in Kobani's car, and lies, says she has a license, hits the gas, and rams into the guy in disguise and kills him by accident. And then right after, she's like, "No, this is your fault. Why did you let me drive? You know I can't drive. This is your car. You killed him." I love her so fucking much.
That's
Yeah, she is the best character.
And she, besides being funny, like later on, the emotional bond she makes with Denji is so wonderful. And then it leads to the most fucked up scene I've ever seen in my life. No, that's not true. Fire Punch was worse. But,
Yeah, we're not going into that one. You described that one too much for me.
I'm not. But Power is
You
such
know
a
what?
good
No.
character.
What
Give my
is
brother-
Fire Punch,
give my
may I
bro-
ask?
Give my brother the gist of Fire Punch without going to.
I won't
Yeah.
go into detail. So, well,
What if I want to
I'll go into
more?
detail, but vaguely. So, Fire Punch is what Tatsuki Fujimoto made before Chainsaw Man.
Okay.
The world's basically sort of post-apocalyptic, and people have these powers that they call blessings.
All right.
The main character lives with his little sister in a town where everyone is starving. They have no food. But him and his sister have regeneration blessing. So whatever happens to them, they can regenerate it back.
Okay.
So if you're in a town that's constantly frozen over, nobody can eat, everybody's starving, and you can regenerate, what do?
Oh no, no, like right off.
Also, his sister is madly in love with him. Because it's Tatsuki fucking Fujimoto.
Yeah, he's a little weird.
So, also,
Amazing.
in that first chapter,
Why?
because it's Tatsuki Fujimoto, he had an interview with, I forgot what manga he had an interview with, but it just evolved into them talking about what kind of woman they like. And Fujimoto told a story about when he was in college and a woman walked over and pushed over his bike. And he was like, "Damn, I'm kind of into this." So that's the kind of man he is. What's on a more serious note, what's so nice about his work is that you know that voice in your head that tells you whenever you want to make something creatively, like, that's fucking stupid. Why are you doing that? Don't ever do that. You're dumb. Go lay in bed and do nothing.
Yeah.
He doesn't. It's like he doesn't have that voice. He just draws anything that comes to mind, and it's really refreshing.
That's kind of awesome though.
And the Toro Cat.
Later in that chapter,
Oh no, the purge. Someone's getting purged.
Don't turn around, Danny.
If you could lick me right now, you would.
I
Later
think
in
she
that
just finished with the
chapter,
mask on. I think she just
That's
did
the
that.
babies.
That's Ariel's.
Aw, I love her. She's adorable.
So what about the fact that Fairy Tale is a copyright of Rave Masters?
I have no idea what that is, so I want to be
That's
enlightened.
Fairy
Somebody
Tale,
tell me what's
for
going
sure.
on now.
no, I watched all of Fairy Tale, and I don't remember a single thing about it.
Yeah, but Rave Masters is technically a like they took it from Rave Masters.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read it or seen it.
I don't even know
It was
what it
like
is.
maybe just one season and then they cut it off because nobody liked it.
That always sucks.
I hate when that happens.
Ah!
This is real life, son. That's real life down there. He's actually getting a finger in his ear.
But in that one chapter, or in that first chapter, the military visits the town just to stay for a while, and they discover what they're doing in order to eat.
I love you too.
And
Oh wait, hold on, Kat. I gotta show you this one.
nice.
Yay! I love Fairy Tale too.
I should give it a rewatch.
Ah!
One of my friends rewatched it recently and said it wasn't nearly as bad as they remember it being. So I should just give it a rewatch. I'll probably like it.
It's not bad.
The second series is better.
So the military stay in their village and they find out what they're doing, and they burn the whole village to the ground. With a person that has the blessing of fire that doesn't go out until you die. So if you're lit on fire, that doesn't go out until you die, but you constantly regenerate.
So you're basically the Human Torch then at this point? You just flame
Yeah.
on constantly?
In
Yep.
constant agony. He
That's-
lays in the snow for 10 years until he can deal with the pain enough to move.
Wow, that's fucked up.
It just that is the only series that I legitimately just had to stop reading because it was too much for me. Because it just gets worse from there.
Super dark, like damn.
Yeah, I
And
hope he was okay when he was writing that.
that's a good example of what you're going to get into if you read Chainsaw Man or watch it. It's not as twisted,
But it's dark.
but it's still Fujimoto.
One big influence I see in Chainsaw Man is he said that one thing that inspires his writing is a lot of Korean movies, where the example he gave was there's a movie from Korea about revenge for someone getting revenge on like his family's killer, and normally they get revenge at the end of the movie and then it ends. He got revenge halfway through it. So when that happens, you're like, what happens next? Like, what is gonna happen? Like, you're completely floored, and that happens a lot in Chainsaw Man.
Alright, that makes sense.
Like, his writing is so breakneck, but also spends a lot of time like fleshing characters out and making them feel real. Like,
Okay.
What are you looking for?
I'm definitely gonna have to watch that after this because that does sound very interesting.
watch it or read it. Both of them are really good. We were all scared when the anime was announced because it was pretty similar to Berserk. We all thought that the art was too good, that it was literally unadaptable. But they did a really good job with it.
Oh, nice.
So-
Okay.
It's just the 12 episodes doesn't cover that much plot,
It was
unfortunately.
sorry.
So, what are your favorite ones?
Besides Chainsaw Man, I have to say Vinland Saga. That series legitimately changed my life. Like, it changed how I carry myself. It changed how I act, how I think about things.
So, what's it about?
It's actually,
Oh,
from
gotcha,
the little bit I've seen, is really good.
What?
Vinland
So-
Saga.
It's based in Viking times,
Okay.
and it's a revenge story, sort of, that's very, I don't even know how to describe it. it's watching someone lose themselves in the depths of revenge and slowly building themselves back up to be a good person.
Okay.
Like, season 1 is mostly like combat and like geopolitical stuff, which is very fun and interesting. Like, Askeladd is such a good character. And then when they go to season 2 content, what's up?
It broke Jeremy. I watched him cry a little bit while he was by the ice machine at work reading a chapter of it.
I read chapter 191 at work, and I just started fucking bawling, dude. Holy
Damn.
shit.
Like, that's stuff that I love. Like, if you watch or read it and it, like, hurts you in the fucking chest and you start crying, that's good shit. Like, I love that shit. Like, if I'm trying to watch that and I'm just like, these motherfuckers, man. Like, why am I crying?
Especially to get me to do that at work when I have, like, most of my guard up. Like,
And you're stuck with this dick?
it was
You
2
missed.
sentences and 4 pages of just drawings. And Jesus Christ. I don't want to get into what it was, but in essence, it was someone that one character hurt, and they followed them, like, wanting revenge for, like, 100 chapters.
Holy
And
shit.
finally, she looked over and saw that character being happy with his family and doing a lot of good to make sure that whatever they're doing doesn't hurt anyone. And all she does, any other manga character would go into like a long monologue about their life and whatever, but all she does is say, "I can't do this anymore," and walks over and says that he's atoned for his crime.
Damn.
Like, Jesus Christ, man. It's so, the emotions of Vinland Saga are just so real without having any fluff in the way. Like, another one that really spoke to me was a character had their father die, and she pretends like it doesn't bother her, and she walks around the town like doing tons of stuff, doing tons of work, and is like working late into the night, and her mother just tells her to stop and grabs her hand, and it's so good. Like, that level of raw emotion
Like,
is
damn, that
so
sounds
rough. great. And one thing, genius thing they did was when they went into season 2's content, the pace is glacial, but is the most fucking engaged I've ever been in a piece of media in my life. Because when you have the pace that slow and the plot progressing so slow, the only thing you have left is character moments.
Nice.
That
That helps drives things.
in episode 9 of season 2, oh my god, it's so good.
Like, the little bit I have seen, it is actually really good. I do recommend it too. I just got to sit down and finish it.
What's that on?
Netflix.
You can also just read it too. I recommend it. The anime is very good, but I hope it gets fixed with the Blu-ray release. But one of the scenes towards the end of season 2, I think, is noticeably worse because the blood is censored a lot. Gore is used as a pretty big narrative device in terms of like showing how like brutal violence is.
Yeah.
That's the whole theme of the story, is how do you become a non-violent person in the Viking era when it's literally built into your fucking soul
Yeah, dude.
from you're born that going to war and killing people makes you a man. How do you become a better person in that environment? So there's a scene.
Sounds super cool.
There's a scene where one of the characters.
The little bit I watch is good.
There's a scene where one of the characters wins a fight by just betting that he'll survive enough punches to be able to go do what he wants to go do, but without throwing any punches back. And in the manga, he's just caked in blood, like his hair is disgusting, and he's like spitting teeth out, but he's doing that without hating the person that's doing it to him. But in the anime, he's just kind of bruised up. Which I assume they'll change in the Blu-ray version. They do that a lot with censorship. But that's the only problem I can say I have with the anime.
Yeah. Well, no, with the whole censorship stuff too, is like honestly, if you read a lot of the mangas and stuff, when they put it into the actual show, they have to censor some stuff. Like one of the ones I've found that surprised me with some of the scenes in it was actually the One Piece manga. I
I
mean,
think
in when they go get Zoro in the very beginning, they don't show the mass suicide of Marines.
I don't mind censorship if what they're censoring didn't show like or have a narrative purpose, like it does in Vinland Saga. But like if it's like just like discolorated blood or less blood in like Dragon Ball, like who cares?
Yeah.
It doesn't affect much. But if it has an actual narrative purpose, then it sucks. But no, Vinland Saga truly made me a better person with just how it showed me how to act. Like I think shows like One Piece show you how to be a better person as a kid, and then manga like Berserk and Vinland Saga show you how to be a better person as an adult without it like patronizing you.
I like that way. It's actually really smart and cool.
And then what can my other favorites be?
He's got a manga collection and a half.
Not really. I mean, the only completed one I have is Fullmetal Alchemist. The other ones I only have bits and pieces of.
I love that show. I never read it, so I only know just the show. 'Cause, you know, it was on when I was a kid, but that's such a good show.
Did you watch the regular Fullmetal Alchemist or Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood?
The original one.
So the
The
original one is
non-Brotherhood.
like the only instance I can see of an anime deviating from the manga a lot, but still being good. Like the original Fullmetal Alchemist is very good, and then Brotherhood is just the manga adapted.
Say, I haven't watched that one yet.
I heavily recommend it.
I watched a bit of Brotherhood too. That one's really good too.
Brotherhood
There's
is
so much to watch.
good.
I know what I'll be doing every day after work for the next couple days, guys. Thanks.
You're welcome. No,
You're
you
welcome.
can't do it every day after work for the next couple days. You got your show on Friday.
Well, I can do it before and after.
What's really weird about Brotherhood is that the first episode is filler. Like, it's so weird. Like, you just skip the first episode. I don't understand. Like, it starts perfectly on episode 2. It's so weird. But
Is it like for them to like get you back into it? Maybe?
not even really, because it's like a fight between a filler character and like everyone in Central, and it like explains who Ed and Elle are, but not in a way that's better than what episode 2 already does. So I don't know. Just skip it. There's nothing to really get from it. But other than One Piece, I do like Attack on Titan a lot.
I watched the first season of that, but that's it. That's all I've.
The anime, it's done beautifully. From what I've seen of what Jeremy has showed me with the manga,
So much better.
It's like
Oh,
one of the
no.
only.
Books
It's
are
like
always better.
no. It's like
No.
the
Stress that
only.
Books are
that's the
normally
only
better.
time the anime is actually a bit better than the manga.
I mean, Isayama admitted that the anime is his way to fix the problems with the manga. And good God, season 1's content in the manga, it looks ugly. The training core and the Trost arc are swapped places, so you see everybody die before you fucking learn about them. That might have been, honestly, that might have been the website I read. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, the way things are worded is a lot more vague. The art doesn't really get good until like halfway through season 2's content, I'd say. But season 4 and onwards content in the manga is very good. He just needed to find his footing. But
It just took a minute.
Attack on Titan finishes next month for the anime.
Yep.
It's really funny. They have season 4 part 1, season 4 part 2, season 4 part 3 part 1, and part 2. The season or part 3 is 2-hour long episodes, and we have one of them out, and the other one comes out Wednesday, or not Wednesday, November.
I gotta
People
finish that
say
one.
they don't like the ending. Did you read it? Like
No.
the
showed
way
me manga, it's hard.
the way he words things is vague. I will say that, but I don't understand why people don't like it. All right, maybe I'm just dumb and taking
cat.
things to a face value, but I didn't find any problem with it.
No, like
Maybe they just didn't like the way it like ended.
I
people get
suppose.
pissy about endings.
Yeah, they definitely
People
do.
like that.
I'm sure they will about One Piece's ending.
Oh, I know.
I hope
Oda
it's just.
better do it right.
I really hope it's just the friends we made along the way, because it absolutely earned it.
Oh no, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, it would be perfect. But Attack on Titan's really good. It's very different when it goes into season 4, because season 1 through 3 is like learning the mysteries of the world, and then season 4 is what they do with that after.
Yeah,
So it is different, but it's good.
but
I wish I could say that Jujutsu Kaisen was one of my favorites, but I mean, if you just watch the anime right now and stop what they've animated right now, it's pretty good. Just everything after. Oh my god! What are we doing, Gege?
damn.
Let's just break our own power scaling rules and just kill off characters because I don't know what the fuck to do with them.
No, you know what? I don't want killing off characters. The worst one I've seen was Chainsaw Man. Going from puking in somebody's mouth to fucking just everybody dying.
What?
So those two episodes.
That was horrifying. You never warned me about that.
Well, yeah, that's part of the experience.
Yeah, you're not supposed
Just
to
be glad
tell
you didn't
someone,
read
you're
it,
supposed to
because
experience.
reading it's a full-page spread and it's uncensored.
Ah.
Yeah, it's
Oh
great stuff.
no, you have no
I can
idea,
only
man.
imagine.
But it's really smart with those two episodes because they have a bottle episode where like everyone's in the bar just talking, and it's in two enclosed spaces where half the episode is in the bar and the other half is in I can't believe I'm forgetting her name. No way I'm forgetting her name. What was her name?
Oh, he's brain farting too.
It's not Himeno, is it?
Himeno.
Let me double check.
I think it's Himeno.
I don't want to look stupid online. Okay, yeah, it's Himeno.
I don't blame you, but we do that all the time. We always look stupid online.
That's the point of the show, is just to be whatever.
Random nonsense.
It has that very enclosed, very sort of lighthearted episode into
Within
the entire
5 seconds,
plot,
everybody
yeah,
died.
the entire plot happening in 5 seconds.
Oh shit!
And like everybody just dying.
Wow.
It's really good.
And it goes from like, oh, happy-go-lucky to...
And the power system of Chainsaw Man is so cool too, because how it works is that there's a devil for pretty much any concept that you can possibly think of, and it's stronger depending on how much it's feared by people.
Like the gun devil.
Like the gun devil is extremely strong because everyone's afraid of guns.
Yeah.
I think
the first
best
panel,
point about the...
Go ahead.
I think the best point about the gun devil was when they straight up admitted, no, this one started in America because of all the mass shootings.
I'm not going to go into more on the gun devil because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, no.
But he sure does something with it. He sure does.
Oh,
I'm still traumatized.
But yeah, no, technically the gun devil is a result of American mass shootings and people getting scared more of Americans because of the gun violence.
Oh, that's terrifying.
But then it can be
Japanese had it
innocuous
spot on.
things. Like the first panel is Denji killing the tomato devil. Like it can be literally anything, and if people don't fear it, then it's weak.
So is it like an actual tip?
Yeah, it's like an
a
actual
tomato.
creature.
Okay, that was like, is it like an actual?
It's like a tomato with like, demon spawn to it.
Has like eyeballs all over it.
Creepy.
So.
The zombie one is a pretty cool one.
No, zombie one's cool. I think my favorite one is from the manga. It's the Cosmo Devil or Cosmos Devil, and What she does is fill your brain with all the information in the possible universe, so your brain just overloads and you can't do anything. You can only say Halloween until you die. Wonderful. Either that or
Halloween.
the Darkness Devil. Actually, hold on.
Fujimoto's an amazing one, and but
I bought
Twisted.
a hoodie of the panel, or the page where the Darkness Devil's
Is that the one I think it is? Yep, that's the one I think it is.
What the f is that?
Really, really fucking cool.
That is cool.
Like you
But
said.
what was it?
Fujimoto's amazing.
Fujimoto
Twisted
is
though.
insanely talented. That man was put on the planet to make manga. Because, I mean, in every other aspect, he's just... There are 2 videos on the internet that exist of him. One of them is him singing about his favorite food, curry, and the other one is him trying to levitate and falling on his ass. And those are the only 2 videos of him on the internet.
That's
In other words, he's human.
He is.
He's so
He also made a Twitter account where he role plays as a sister that he doesn't have. So,
He's got
wonderful.
some
That's fucking hilarious.
he's got some sister issues. He's
What's
definitely got some
interesting, though,
sister issues.
is with Tatsuki Fujimoto, I think Fire Punch is the only thing from his catalog that I wouldn't recommend. And even then, it's still very good. It's a lot. It's tough to handle.
I'm gonna have to actually
But, like-
look this one up. I really am one of these days.
What, Fire
Just
Punch?
because. Yes.
Yeah, good luck, soldier.
Interesting, yeah. Like, I might need to check this out too. This sounds good.
But he made a bunch of one-shots, and especially ones like Look Back and Goodbye Eri. Goodbye Eri, holy shit. That's like...
Nope.
I think
My
Goodbye
light's gonna
Eri is the best way to show off how creative he is with panel work. Did Danny say he was leaving? I was looking down. Because the whole story is told through the perspective of, like, it's pictures that one guy is taking. So every single panel is just this, like, wide 16:9 shot that is it's supposed to be from the camera. And the whole plot is, some kid making a movie for his school fair, like, 3 times. It's very meta
that's
in a
quite
not
possible.
annoying way. And good God, it gets the heartstrings pretty good. But
It does sound good though.
the first chapter of it
Yeah, this light here
is
for
the first chapter is the kid's first movie, and he's taking pictures of his life while his mom is dying.
Oh damn.
What happened?
Are you okay?
No, I got the mayor in here in a minute.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it really captures how that feels, and that hits me specifically too, because my mom died when I was in middle school.
Oh dude, I'm sorry. That sucks.
I just had to deal with it sooner than everyone else. It is what it is. But
It's just
it
a
captures
sweater.
it so
Shut up, Josh.
where like especially like when she's in the hospital, and they all know that she's going to die soon, and he takes pictures or records like every part of that life, and he's like, I can hear Dad crying in the other room. We're going to go see her before she dies. And then it's just a bunch of panels of them slowly driving and slowly getting out of the car and walking to the hospital. And then the main character runs away from the hospital, and he turns the camera to it, and the hospital fucking explodes. Like, Tatsuki Fujimoto writes like that in almost everything he does, and it's really wonderful.
He does have random explosions.
Damn, that just like.
Oh, he does that a lot.
He's
my
the Michael
brain
Bay of
just
the
did that, too.
Japanese
I was
world.
Like, wait, what? Who
He's
starts
Michael Bay of the
something
Japanese
like
world.
No, because... Can I say that? That's kind of mean. He's actually a competent writer. So
No, you're pretty
everything
much
he
allowed to
makes
say
is just
a
so.
lot of things here.
Sorry.
You're good.
No, you're good. As long as it
Um,
doesn't violate YouTube standards.
he
Timmy, or
just-
to violate YouTube standards.
he just knows how to portray emotions, but in such a roundabout way that you wouldn't think to portray them like that, but you get it. Like, there's one shot he made where it's this one guy wanting to ask a girl that he likes out,
Mm-hmm.
and every single possible fucking thing gets in the way. Like, he trips. His teacher asks him to do something for him. A fucking alien comes down from space to get in the way of that, and that portrays how hard it is to ask someone out in such a unique way. And that's all his writing is. It's so refreshing.
That's actually really awesome that way.
It's very good. Also, I jump a lot between topics a lot, but I love the mangaka for Vinland Saga a lot. There's one. He's just a really, really sweet man, and he set out. One of his fans asked him on Twitter the birthday of their favorite character, and he asked the fan what her birthday was. And when she said whatever it was, he made that character's birthday that birthday.
Oh, that's fucking
Officially.
awesome.
Yeah,
Seriously,
he's
dude,
so
that's fucking
sweet.
awesome.
Ow, I love you too.
That's my favorite character too, Hild. She's really cool. Very well
If
written.
it's any consolation, my wife has squeezed buns in front of Jeremy.
Oh my god! I was taking in a truck, and I was bringing the bread in, and we had these wheat buns,
Mm-hmm.
and she came up and asked me, "Can I squeeze your buns?" I'm like, "Sure. What do I got to lose anymore?" And she just grabbed the hamburger buns and squeezed them.
That's
On that note, actually, last night I came in. I made brownies because our coworker Jose, it was his last day, and Jose said some other customer like had a nice ass, and I said, yeah, she's got nothing on me, and I turn around to grab some soda, and he looks at her, then looks back at me, and looks back at her, and he's like, "Damn, you kind of right." Oh my god. That was really funny.
And this is the store, and this is where we work.
Yep.
when you
other
work
than-
with someone, you get some fucked up jokes every now and again.
I guess
biggest
Jujutsu Kaisen, it would be one of my favorites if it weren't for some of the later plot. Like Gege just doesn't know how to write unless it's characters or world building, because that he excels at, but just actual plot, like he's using Google Translate 10 times to. He'll take his script and then run it through Google Translate 20 times and then write that. Like it's, well, what are we doing, dude?
That's stupid.
Like he doesn't actually do that, but it's like he might as well be.
Don't mind what I was doing with the whole eye thing. I was still checking. It's still a little swollen. I got stabbed in the eye with an umbrella by one of my kids the other day.
Oh, that's nice.
Daddy, I want your eye.
One of my friends described it as, I wish all the characters in Jujutsu Kaisen weren't in that series because they're so well written. So, but if you just want to watch it, the first season is phenomenal. I have no problems with it. Second season starts out really good, and honestly, for the arc that it's in, for what's animated now up until episode 13, is still pretty good. It's just after this episode, he's just like, all right, I didn't finish your character arc. Fuck you, you're gonna die. Didn't finish you, you're gonna die. You're gonna die, you're gonna die. I don't know what to do with you, I don't know how to write you, so you're
You're
dead.
gonna die. Oh, that.
It's really lame.
Did you ever
But-
get your Berserk books in? Yeah.
I did.
Couldn't you fucking spit it out?
Yeah, you showed it to me in the green room. You stepped away for a minute.
That's all I was in the bathroom.
You know what's really funny? This is the only book other than, or like anything other than a music album that I've seen this on. The Parental Advisory. Yeah,
That's fucking awesome. They put it on books.
that's insane. Well,
It's gonna
it
have
makes
some bad words in it. Just
it
so
makes
you
sense
know.
for Berserk
you-
because the first
Have
panel.
you not seen? Have you not seen the whole book ban shit going on?
Well, they put these in production a long time ago. But the first page is Guts having sex with one or someone, and they turn into a demon, and he brutalizes them. So
That's just
probably
the first
why.
page.
that's the first page. Very first
That's
page.
right up your
Very
alley,
first
Josh.
panel.
Shit. That's crazy.
Well, it starts out like that, but from what I've heard, I haven't read that far. But from what I've heard, it's very good character writing and dealing with how to process trauma as an adult.
Okay.
So it is not just that,
It's not just
but that's how it starts.
guts and sex.
Sounds
Yeah.
interesting though.
And Berserk is very good. From what I've read so far, I enjoy it, even though there's not much going on writing-wise. I know that once Kento Miura found his feet, he really kept writing. It's just really unfortunate that he died before he could finalize his vision for his world, and it just sucks. Because he died in, was it last year? It was either last year or 2021. Kento Miura.
I like him. He fact checks before he says anything.
Yeah, he died 2021, and
I
after a
just
while,
guesstimate.
his editors did keep making chapters, which everyone that I know that read it said they were still very good. But
It's good then.
at the very least, people say that when he did die, the series was at a point where it was okay to end, even if it wasn't finished. But man, like, can you imagine if Oda died before he
In the
finished
middle of
One
finishing
Piece?
One Piece?
Like, fuck,
Don't you
dude.
dare.
That
Yeah, it
heartbreaking.
really sucks.
Seriously, that would hurt.
Or like if Hidehiko Araki died before he could finish JoJo, because I'm pretty sure this is his last part that he's gonna make. So, which it's kind of crazy to think about how, in terms of page count, JoJo is longer than One Piece.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. And especially after part 6, art just gets so good because he moved from being weekly to monthly. Like, especially in part 8. Good God, it's so good.
So they
Well,
got
so-
more time to do their shit, so it
Yep.
doesn't have to be rushed every week. That's
That-
nice.
Villain Saga author does that.
Oda does it like what?
Well, Oda's
He's
been doing
slowed
that
way down.
Oda's been doing that recently because he was working on the live action.
Yep.
So, but normally he does it weekly.
Well, that he
Um,
also said his hands were given out.
Speaking of, did a new chapter come out? I hope so. I've been wanting one for a while. Ah.
Have you seen Invincible?
I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I had plans to watch it last year, but I never did. I really should.
It's so good. Like, I'm so pumped for the next season, because that first season, like, by the end of it, one guy kills an entire group of superheroes by himself. Just
Oh yeah, no, I know
wrecks
what you're
them.
talking about now.
Yeah, he fucking wrecks
Mhm.
them, and I'm like, then he puts his own son through a fucking train. I'm like, it's
God.
fucking great. Like, if you
No, it's
haven't watched
it
it,
is
you gotta
fucking brutal.
watch it. It's so good.
It is.
How long is it?
8 episodes, I think.
Okay.
8 or 10.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there. But
Are
it's,
they
There's
like
another
30
one that
minute, or?
means,
uh,
I think there's 30.
I think so. Yeah, I haven't watched it in about a year,
What
but
the hell? I got a
It's
fucking
Um,
guy over Wimpy Kid hair up
the
here.
wo-
What the hell? There we go.
The one I
have,
was.
like a weird afro up. So
That's
like,
nothing
it's
new.
good. Seriously,
Um,
my hair's at that length right now. It's afroing.
Here we go, Danny McBride soon.
With my headset, I normally do this, but I look really bad like that.
He had the Jack Nicholson
You should
Joker.
have totally done that for the whole episode. It would have been hilarious. Harold.
Sure, why not?
You had the Jack Nicholson Joker. Look.
Seriously.
I can move here. I'll move it up closer here.
Bob Gun.
Fluff it out.
Oh my god.
That's
Thank
so
God for
funny.
the internet.
Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay, I can't do that.
No, because when you do that, you look like who's that one kid? He's an actor. He was in The Office. Got the glasses. You kind of look like him when you do that. I'm like, wait a minute. And I can't think of his name, and it's gonna drive me fucking crazy. Hold on, where's my phone?
Are you talking about? Wait, what? Is he older or younger?
Hold on, I got my phone. Give me a second.
I would do it if my forehead wasn't bigger than something that's big.
It-
I don't know.
It's okay. I have a 5 head too.
Where's it? Well, okay, but... There we go. Clark Duke. Like when you flipped your hair. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Shit, I don't know if you can see it.
Here, I'll look at it.
All I see is.
Dude.
Never mind.
Oh my
When you
God.
flipped your hair like that, you look like Duke, yo.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, man. When you did that, that's where my brain went.
Danny will never shut up about that for the rest of the time I'm at that job. I hope you know that.
It looked
I'm
like
fucked.
something of an anatomy of a male person with hair.
What else have I watched recently? I did watch that one episode of the one guy that comes to the store all the time that he told me to watch, the Zom 100.
Oh yeah.
A very good first episode, incredible animation, but I feel like I got everything that I wanted out of it after the first episode.
Oh, that sucks.
It's a
But-
one-hit wonder.
That first episode was phenomenal. Very, very good.
The one that I was watching not too long ago was I think it was called something Ragnarok something.
Yeah, I saw it on Netflix once. Like,
It's
saw
not
it
too
in the
bad
list.
actually. I mean, if you don't mind just like straight pretty much fighting scenes, it's actually pretty good.
There's
Like, they
another
pit-
manga.
They
Go ahead.
pit, I believe, Odin and Adam against each other.
Like Adam?
Like Adam and Eve.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Like,
Yeah.
Adam.
That's cool.
Was it? No, I don't. No, it was Thor and Adam.
Mm.
If there's another manga that really fucked me up, it's Oyasumi Punpun by Inio Asano.
Sorry, what? No, 'cause you haven't told me about this one.
Inio Asano, I have actually. You'll remember. Inio Asano, he doesn't concern himself with plot as much as other mangas do. He just wants to make you feel emotions that you felt before but don't really want to feel again. And he just shows them to you completely raw and makes you take them all in. Like listening to your parents fight.
Like Josh.
Nutting for the first time. The way he drew it was just like, what the fuck? But you get it.
I can just imagine it's all. Oh,
It's not drawn like that at all. It's like,
shit.
I don't even know how to describe
It's
it.
more like the
It's
whole-
like an information
Good job.
overload, like circling into the person's head.
Okay.
And that makes sense. But the part that fucked me up the most was the uncle of the main character goes into a backstory about why he hates himself. And the gist of it is basically he allowed a 16-year-old to make advances on him. And he shows every fucking detail of it. And when I read all of it, I put it down, I walked in the bathroom and looked at the mirror, and I just felt shame. Just pure fucking shame. I felt awful for something, like I felt like I did it.
Yep, I remember this one now.
Like,
Damn.
it was just so
Seriously,
just such
shit.
it's really something different. And
Is that the
most
one with the bird?
yeah, it's with the birds. All the main characters are just like little stick figure birds, while everyone else is drawn super realistically. Jesus Christ. Like they show
it's so worse than
everything,
the whole,
and it's not supposed to be like nice to look at. It just makes you feel awful.
Ooh, that sucks.
Like
No,
I mean,
you showed me a few panels, and yeah, no, it's.
well, I didn't show you panels from that scene.
Not for that one, but you showed me a few that were pretty bad. I'm just all
like the way he makes you feel emotions by
horrible.
proxy is like it's insane.
Makes you feel like a horrible human.
Like it.
I don't know if I want to read that one. It doesn't sound pleasant. It doesn't sound pleasant.
For me, it's honestly it's kind of not. But I feel like you can enjoy things, or like you can appreciate something like an art's piece of value without it giving you gratification.
All right, I get
Like,
that. Yeah.
like for me, it's that I recognize how unbelievably talented he is by being able to make me feel those emotions like that. Like nothing else will make you feel like that. And even if it makes you feel bad, like it's I don't know how to describe it, but I would recommend it. Even if you don't have a good time with it, I still think it's worth it, because there's no other piece of media that will make you feel like that. So, and most of Inio Asamo's work is like that, but the only one I've read is Oyasumi Punpun, or Goodnight Punpun, I think it's called here. Or like the official book is. What else have I feel like I've watched more, but I can't put anything else to mind.
Oh, you're good.
I have talked for an hour.
No, dude, like that was the whole point. Like we've all talked. Josh has just been sitting there listening, getting ideas for new ones to read and watch.
I learned so much tonight. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, there's so many things I have to watch now, read. So thank you both for that. Because now I'm like, all of this sounds great.
This is, other than what we do around the stores, this is pretty much what me and Jeremy talk about every night for like fucking hours at a time.
You mean like Clark Duke? Clark Duke over there? Clark Duke?
Like normally,
you ride his ass about that. You call him Clark Duke every day. You call him that.
Normally, I'm pretty reserved and don't like talk much more than I need to. But when I get talking about my interests, I don't shut up.
Dude, you're a cool dude. Like, thank you so much for being here. Like, I learned a shit ton from you, and like, you're a cool guy, dude. Like, I want to have you back again. Like, this was a blast.
Once we get on more anime topics at work, I'll bring them back on. Yeah, because we'll get more.
What else have I? Okay, I have to have more open on my phone that I've read, because I read a lot at work. Well, you didn't hear that from me. Oh, how can I forget? Hunter x Hunter is phenomenal. The only thing that sucks about it is that there's really no definitive way to experience it. I think every form that you experience it has a big problem. Like, the manga is really good, but some parts really suffer because Togashi was literally fucking dying while he was writing it.
Oh, that sucks.
Like, he's been on hiatus for multiple years at a time because he physically cannot draw. Even though he wants to so bad, and it really sucks.
His hands are fucked.
And then there are 2 anime adaptations. I think in terms of its content, the 1999 version is pretty much perfect, but it ends after Arc 3. And then the 2011 version goes up until the 5th arc, the Chimera Ants arc, but it just misses a lot of little things, and I think it, at least for the first 4 arcs, it doesn't use music very well, even though the music is very good. Like, there's a scene, and it's a fight between 2 characters, and in the 1999 version, the music is pretty somber, because that's the scene. Like, the character's doing it for revenge.
The 90s was a very somber time.
Yeah.
But then in the 2011 version, it's just like regular action music. And it's like, dude, it's kind of the whole point of the scene. But besides that, the 2011 anime is good. And then especially how they adapted the 5th arc, very, very good. That's 6 arcs actually, but the 6th arc is pretty short.
Nice. Okay.
But as the Chimera Ants arc is so good. One of the big overarching themes of Hunter x Hunter is like watching these kids and these naive people like lose all their innocence and like having what they love stripped away from them. Like watching the main character go from being like the cheeriest, like Luffy too. He's so happy and makes you smile, and then just watching him completely collapse, like it's rough.
Damn.
Like it's very, very good. Honestly, if you watch the 2011 first, you won't notice any of the problems with it, so I recommend it.
Okay.
Or you can just read it.
I've seen
Very
both.
good. What's up?
I've seen both of them.
Oh, you've seen it before?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Me and Chris used to get stoned and watch it.
Oh, I didn't know. The arc that he's in the manga right now, it's rough because there's a lot of extremely interesting stuff. Because Hisoka starts fighting the rest of the Phantom Troop, and it's fucking awesome. But then there's just like 20 chapters of just introducing and having conflicts between all these new characters, and it's just way too many new characters at once, and I just don't care.
Oh, that's.
And I want to care, and I just don't. Because it's just so much at once. And it sucks
It's
because
too
he's
much
only
of a
doing that
bombardment.
because he has all that ambition and all that creativity, but he didn't space it out properly enough, in my opinion. So it's really rough to get into.
It's just an all-at-once bombardment.
Well, it's because it's a bunch of people got onto the ship to go to the Dark Continent, and it's introducing all those like hundreds of people and all the politics between them. It's rough. But the arc does focus on Kurapika, which is really nice. And he's very, very good in that arc, too. It's just, all the times where Kurapika and Hisoka are on screen, it's phenomenal. When they're not, it's rough. Besides one of the new characters whose ability is just like, I need to reread the explanation. It's like something to do with time. He can like half see forward in time and half go backward. I don't know. But it's cool. He's cool. Because he's just like, oh, this power? I've already mastered it, even though I just learned it. And I'm just fucking badass. And he's like the only character like that in the whole series, so it's pretty funny. But Hunter x Hunter is very good. I like a lot. There's this one paneling thing that Togashi does, where he'll have like a full-scale drawing of the characters standing up that covers the whole page, and then have all of the panels like orbit around them and go behind them. Really cool, and he does that a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, actually. But on that note, we are a little over an hour now, so it's probably time we cut it so everyone can do their everyday lives now. Thank you so much.
I'm sure you want to get a little more sleep before work, Jeremy.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I woke up at 6.
Get some sleep.
I have children I gotta go deal with.
Understandable.
Well, thank you for having me on. It was a good time.
Of course, man.
Man. Anytime.
Actually, I was excited to get you on here.
Yeah, this was great, man. Anytime. Well, we will see you guys next Wednesday, and don't forget, after that, we will be jumping to Thursdays. So, our everyday
You did not
panel
notify
will be
me this.
Danny and Hefty every Thursday after this Wednesday.
Oh, he's becoming a permanent co-host?
Yep.
That'll work.
That's why we're moving to Thursday. So, because he's off that day, so he can be on the show every Thursday.
Yeah. Ladies, I can generally do it any day. It's just, it's easier on days where I know I can sleep at night.
Yeah.
But,
Well, that's why I'm letting you know and everyone else know now, so they don't wait for it on Wednesday. They know to look for it on Thursday now.
is
Well,
next
after
week the
this
special
week.
between me and you?
Huh?
The one episode we talked about doing?
Yeah, that's what we're doing
next week?
Next week, that's why we're moving the show to Thursday the week after.
Okay.
So that's why we're not going to change it till then.
Well, anyways, it's been fun, gentlemen. I will see you.
Blast.
I will see you at work.
I'll text you.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll message me.
You filthy
But
bitch.
this was episode what, 6?
Episode 6, and we're still going.
Somehow.
We're
Y'all
funny,
have a
that's
good
why.
day.
You guys
Everybody
too.
have a good night.
Have a good night.